I'm DaniSurname and this is Briony Appleton.
Hello!
And we are filming a collab today about tattoos.
Yay!
Because Briony has several and I have none and I want some. Yeah.
Yay!
So how many tattoos do you have?
I have 3 tattoos. I have one on my arm, one on my back, and one on my thigh.
And which was the first one that you got?
The first one I had was on my back. I had it 2 years ago.
Is that the Shakespeare one?
Yes, that's my Shakespeare one. It's cherry blossoms with "To Thine Own Self Be True" beneath it.
Which is nice, which is very poetic and very drummery.
Yes. Lots of people assume when they hear "To Thine Own Self Be True" it means like stereotypical, like
be yourself.
True, be yourself, be self, be like, oh yay. But actually when Shakespeare was referencing it, he meant as in be true to your morals and your values. So don't be an asshole, basically.
Be true to your own values.
Yeah. So don't
be authentic.
Steal, don't be a murderer, don't do
that's
bad
thing
things.
That you believe in.
Yeah.
And then I know that your second one was the Edward Bond one, which is on your arm.
Yes, that's on my arm.
Yeah, I remembered which one. Which is really cool, and I love the colours that you have in this one.
Yeah, Edward Bond's my favourite playwright, so I wanted to get something that he has said. So this one says, "We are not in this world to live in it, but to change it," because that's just the best quote ever.
Yeah, he is pretty cool, I'll admit. But yes, I enjoyed Saved. It was very good.
Saved is the best. Saved is the best.
It was different. Like, I'd not read a lot of plays by that, but like in that style or that genre.
I went to the V&A and I watched the archive version of it, and it's just, I was blown away. I left and I was just like,
so
how is it this good via like TV screen? Like, if I was sat in the audience, I don't think I would have been able to deal with it.
Just totally passed out from the joy. I think I'd feel the same if I saw something by Mayhold, but obviously, obviously he's dead. So it's like literally no chance, and they didn't really do archives then. And then your last tattoo is the Sleeping Beauty one, which you got done recently.
Yes, I got it last month, at the start of last month.
Was it only last month?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It's Sleeping Beauty dancing with Prince Philip. When I was a kid, Sleeping Beauty was my favourite Disney princess. She's
a good choice.
Still technically my favourite Disney princess aside from Elsa. I wasn't specifically looking for a Disney tattoo, but the woman I went to do it with, she was doing a flash session, which basically means that they do the design and then they will put it online on their Facebook page or Instagram, which is where I found this, and say, I will do this on someone for a discounted price. So
because this is something I'm interested in doing for my own.
Yeah, for her portfolio, rather than me going to someone and getting it done. And I've been keeping an eye out on Instagram, because a lot of tattooists do actually post tattoo flash on there.
Yeah. And
it turned up on my Facebook, and it was only 150 quid, which is very cheap for a 5-hour session. Because my arm was 120 and my back was 90. So you kind of have to think of it in time terms rather than size.
Yeah. Was it exactly like that, or was it just that she wanted to do one?
No, it was exactly like this. It wasn't coloured though, it was in black and white, so she'd done the lining and was just like,
ta-da!
Yeah.
Do you like it?
So it had actually been on her Instagram for about 9 months.
Oh,
and loads of people had been interested in it, but nobody was close enough to her to get it done. So I messaged and was just like, is it still available?
Like, have you done it?
Yeah. And she was like, no, it's fine. So I was very happy.
Yeah. I really, really like the colour, because there's a lot of shading in it. And I love the jewel at the bottom. Because this whole gradient here is just like, perfect. And I've never really thought about having a colour tattoo before until you got that one done, and I was like, actually, it looks really good.
Like, yeah, I think with colour, like a lot of people are put off by colour tattoos just because sometimes the black and white aesthetic kind of looks a little bit nicer. All of my tattoos have some colour in. My back is probably the least coloured just because it's black and pink.
Yeah.
But my leg is the largest colour tattoo that I've got. And originally, because it was a line, like a line drawing, she hadn't made any decisions as to whether or not, like, what colours were going to be what. So, like, because Sleeping Beauty's dress is both pink and blue, she asked me, which would you prefer, blue or pink? So I went for blue. And then the outline is obviously pink. But the gem didn't have a colour. So I decided, like, I wasn't sure what colour I wanted. And then I suggested green just because of Maleficent and Maleficent's thing. So it's kind of like Maleficent's presence
I think it was a really good choice because the green contrasts so much with all the other colours in the design. Yeah, I'd never thought about getting a colour one done before. I really like the blossom one that you have on your back with just the black and pink.
Yeah.
I think if I did get one, I would probably go for something that was really simple.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I'd love to have one that was really colourful, but also I have quite distinct bones. So I feel like if I put something that was highly colourful on my skin, I think it would swamp me too much.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go for something that was a little bit more, maybe more detailed, but less colourful.
Yeah.
Which is a bit...
I mean, like something that my mum suggested, which I did do, which I would advise to anybody who's thinking about getting a tattoo, is if you aren't 100% sure about a colour or a design or something like that, get a friend, or if you're really good at art and it's somewhere that you can reach, draw it on yourself, kind of draw an outline, do some of the colours in like a felt tip pen or a biro, and then live with it for a couple of days, just
And
to see how you feel about it being on your skin, if you like it there, if you feel like it doesn't suit where you've put it, then obviously that gives you a chance to move it before it's done.
That's very cool. I think that's a really good way of checking that you're 100% sure that that's where you want it, that you definitely want this on your body. Because I know that people always talk about it being, oh, it's such a commitment, are you sure you want to do that? But then that is a way of getting around that.
Yes.
That I've thought about this commitment, I'm ready for it.
I mean, yeah, in like response to, a lot of people do say that, like, oh, it's going to be in your skin forever. And that is
the point.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm absolutely in love with tattoos, is because you make an active decision in putting a piece of art on your body. And I think that's also part of the reason why I know I will never regret maybe some of my more juvenile designs, like my Sleeping Beauty, just because at the times that I've got them, they mean something to me.
Yeah.
So why would that change over time? And even if it does, it's a part of my skin. It is a part of me now. So there's nothing you can do about that, just in the same way that you can't change the colour of your eyes, or you can't really do anything about the way that your figure is shaped. It's just something that's a part of you, and that if you can accept that, then tattoos are 100% definitely for you.
Even if you do change, you've got it there for a reason, and you at least, you remember that part of your life. You remember that that's what you wanted at the time.
Yeah.
Even if you do regret it later, you might regret not having it done as well.
Yeah. So it's always going to mean something.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me on to my next question, which is, all of your tattoos mean something to you, and the Sleeping Beauty one, knowing that it's a flash design, means slightly less, but is still something. Would you ever consider getting a tattoo that didn't mean as much to you, that wasn't about something personal?
Yes. There are a couple of tattoo artists specifically that I would go to and just give them a part of my body and just do something on me. The specific reason, like, if you go and look up Paul Talbot on Instagram or Google him, he does kind of art what's the word? Kind of abstract tattoos. And I'll show you in a bit. But, like, they do kind of abstract tattoos where he will take a theme and he will just do something based on that theme, and he will use shapes, and he will use text. Geometric, yeah.
That's what you're thinking.
He does geometric tattoos, and he does kind of... He will take a theme and he will do something on it. And I love his work. And as long as, like, you give him... Part of the process is you give him a theme or a piece.
You give him an inspiration.
Yeah. And then
he does a thing.
Yeah. And you can also reference, like, these are the pieces that I liked that you did, these are the pieces that I didn't like that you did.
Oh, that's cool.
So that he has an idea of what to focus it around and what colours to use. So it's still influenced by what you like about his stuff, but at the same time it's more open to
do what
interpretation.
You feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would do that as well. Like, if I got really into tattoos and found an artist that I just loved their work, then I would be quite happy to say, here's some ideas, you make a thing. Because then I'd look down at it, or look up at it, or wherever it was on me, and think, like, somebody was really passionate when they drew this.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of whether I said, do this, they were really happy about it. And that's what I think of when I saw it.
Yeah.
But I have thought about some of the more personal tattoos that I would get. When I was a teenager, and still now, like, my favourite band is Headley. As a teenager, their album Famous Last Words was really important to me, and their album artwork is basically famous last words, and then it has 2 massive wings, and I wanted that right across my back. But I was like 15 at the time, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely going to want this when I'm older. I'm not going to regret it. Yeah, I would have regretted it.
Yeah.
Like, that is not something that I want anymore, but I really kind of mentally committed to that as a kid. That's not a thing that I want. I've thought a lot about hand tattoos, and I know that they fade, because your skin cells fall off a lot more easily from your hands and feet.
The palms of your feet.
Yeah. So I was thinking about getting either show up, like as in like show up to life, or arete, which is a Greek word for excellence and like doing your best every day. So I thought about getting something on my hand that reminds me to kind of, not to be positive, but to kind of give my all to life.
Yeah.
Just as a little, oh yeah, like I've made this commitment to myself so that I see it. So maybe, a tattoo that I have committed to that I definitely want to get is footsteps on my hand here.
That's cool.
With either little baby steps, like little small steps at my wrist that get bigger up to my finger.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a reminder that no matter what you're doing in life, you only have to take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Because that's something that when I forget, I'm all like, no, I have to do this whole thing right now. But then it's a really important idea for me to just slow down and be like, no, I just have to do the next thing. So I think, again, it would be like, I've made this commitment. I want that.
It's cute.
And the other things that I thought about is having little reminders of people who've been important to me in my life. And I thought about getting those on my ankle.
Yeah.
Like, my paternal grandmother split up with her husband, but had a really, really close friend who I saw as my grandfather.
Yeah.
And he died, and he was a really important part of my life. And I called him Pig Heart, because he had a valve in his heart replaced from a swine donation. Well, not really a donation, but they took it from a pig. So I'd get like a little anatomical heart with a little curly pig's tail, which is
cool.
really cool. And then my great-grandfather, he taught me to count, and I feel like he was an important part of my early education. And we used to count with chocolate buttons, so we thought about getting like a packet of Cadbury's.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely get a tattoo in the future.
Yes.
I will probably start with like a small hand tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever get a bigger one, but I don't know.
If you're gonna do a bigger one, do it in 2 sessions.
Yep.
Don't do a 5-hour session, because that hurts.
You did it all at once, didn't you?
I did my thigh all at once in 5 hours.
Ow.
And my back didn't hurt, like on a scale of 1 to 10. My back was maybe a 2 out of 10. My arm was maybe a 4 out of 10 at points. It wasn't too bad. But my leg, I had numbing cream for my leg, and it's still the most painful one that I've had.
Does it still hurt now, or is it fine?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. Like, I do still sometimes have to put
Moisturizer
on it
Yeah.
because it dries out a little bit. But that's just because I get dry legs. So.
Thank you for tuning in. Why did I say that? We're not a frickin' radio station.
Welcome to
thank you for tuning in with us, chatting about
67.
tattoos. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that chat about tattoos. I very much did. I think I'll commit to having one day, and I think this one is my favourite. Your bright, colourful one. We're going to go over to Briony's channel and film a video about fashion. We haven't worked out the details, but go and check that out now, because that will be up. Give us an ego boost, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. Briony means a lot to me, so this was a really fun collab to do. Don't forget to hop over to her channel, Briony Appleton. There'll be a link in the description below to see the collab that we did about alternative fashion. Bye!